Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning. It is Thursday, Throwback Thursday, May 8th, 2025. How you guys doing this morning, this afternoon, this evening, the next day, whenever you decide to watch this video? I hope you're doing all right. I hope your day yesterday was good. My day yesterday it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was all right. I had a serious meltdown after I got off camera with you all. I was walking into work and I had sent my mom the money, and then I saw how much I had left over, and I just broke down. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, Lord, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? You know? What am I going to do? And so I just like, I'm like, this is just, oh my God. So I just went through a thing yesterday morning. My bosses saw it all in my face. They didn't ask me what was wrong, but they was looking at me like, I don't know if you've ever gone through something and you just cannot stop crying. It's like the tears just keep flowing. You just can't stop crying. You don't want to ask a person what's wrong. And nobody asked me what was wrong. But I could tell that they knew something was wrong. And I walked in and this guy was speaking to me. I couldn't even speak because I know he saw it. I just waved. And normally I'd be like, hey, good morning, good morning. Yesterday I just couldn't. And I'm just like, this, something got to give, something got to break. So I did call the mortgage company about that letter I told you all about. Now, this is the stupid thing. So she tells me that the lady on the phone. Okay, first of all, let me tell you, I'm going to say this again, and I know I'm going to offend somebody, but y'all know I don't care because I'm going to say it. But if you're offended, you're just going to be offended. I cannot stand talking to these foreigners from other countries when they answer the phone. I don't know what they're saying. They act like they just don't. I couldn't hear them. I read the whole letter to him. And after I had read the letter, and I said, so what is this? Nothing. Dead silence. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It's like he just went away. So I was like, hello? Hello? I'm saying hello. I'm like, because I had to call back. And I got a young lady, black woman. I knew she was black. I could tell when I'm talking to a white person, a black person, a Vietnamese person, or I know. So she answers, and so I told her I said I'm very frustrated, and she said I don't know why he had you read that whole letter. She said, what was his name? So I told her, and what his name was, I think his name was Eric, and she said, I got the letter right here. I don't need you to read me the whole letter. It's in the computer. I said, so why did he have me read that whole thing out loud to him? So I was so goddamn frustrated. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. You know, like you wasting my time having me do this bullshit. And it's already in y'all goddamn computer. So she said, I see the letter. She said, yeah, what this basically is because you're in a payment agreement for the next 4 months up until September. She said, they're saying that, she said, because it's almost like they think you're not going to be able to pay the mortgage. So if you don't pay it or not able to pay it, then they want to come and appraise my house to see if they can resell the house based on me making this payment arrangement. So I said, well, I've already paid for an appraisal. I paid for an appraisal when I bought the house. She She said, yeah, I see it. She said, we have all that on record. She said, your appraisal was 600 and some. I said, yes. And so she goes, yeah. She said, I see it. So I said to her, I said, but why would they want to come and do another appraisal? And she said, well, it's based on your recent payment agreement for the next 4 months. She said they're saying that they could do an appraisal or they might do an appraisal. She said, but she said, there's nothing to worry about. She said, I think that, and she said, I said, yeah, because it says they want to charge me for it. And she said, yeah. She said, I think that they're saying that because if you decide or the house goes into foreclosure or something like that, then they would charge you to do another appraisal that, they want to know what it could sell for. So, on the letter, it was talking about HUD and all of this stuff or whatever. I said, well, I got a job. I said, as long as I got a job, I'm going to pay this mortgage. I said, I might have to eat pork and beans and hot dogs for a whole year. I said, but my house is not going to go into foreclosure. She said, oh, ma'am, I understand. She started laughing when I said pork and beans and rice, or pork and beans, hot dogs and pork and beans. And she said, everybody falls on hard times, And this is why we have this set up like this, because, stuff happens. She said, so I asked her again. I said, because I want to be clear. I said, the other young lady, when I set the arrangement up, said that the payment had to be in before the 31st of each month. And she said, that is correct. She said, so if you get paid on the 7th and the 22nd, you can combine that money, and pay it. Just make sure it's here before the 31st. I said, okay. And sorry, this thing. And I asked her, sorry you all, this thing on my mama's car, whew, this hanging thing, it's not on here right or something. It keeps sliding. Sorry. So anyway, so I guess I'm assuming with this new thing this new plan or whatever, she was saying that, it's not considered late after the 15th like it was before, because now I'm on a new plan, new whatever. But I heard, my girlfriend was telling me the mortgage company that I have, she was like, they're the worst. I said, girl, I think all of them are. I said, I just think all of them are, So, I don't know. I just wanted some clarification about that, because that was worrying me. I was like, okay, what is this about? I just got a lot on my mind, and I've had a headache for days. I can't get rid of this headache, and I know that it's a stress headache. I know that, So then I called. I've been just making phone calls. I just been making phone calls. That's all. But anywho, it's just a lot. I just got a lot on my plate. I got a lot on my plate. I got a lot on my mind. I got a lot of bills and not enough money. And that's the truth. That's just the truth. And I got to get some of this crap paid off. I got to get that bed, that washer and dry. It's so much. It's just so much going on, it's just so much. yesterday I went into Family Dollar around my mom's house to buy some toothpaste for Chris and I. And all the way over here, really? Right in the middle of the lane. So I went in there to buy Chris and I some toothpaste. And I ran into a classmate. And she told me that she lost her job after being with the Chicago Public School District for 25 years. She got an email saying that her position was because of budget issues, her position was being eliminated. And I just felt horrible for her. And I hugged her and I gave her my number and I took her number down. And we're Facebook friends, but I don't see her that often. And I told her that my job is hiring clerks, secretaries, project coordinators, all of that. So I told her today I would call her, and I told her to go on and start putting up her profile and to upload her resume on the site and see if she can, find something. Because CPS is like my job. It's in the same network. So she went on and she retired. And she did the unemployment or something. She was telling me. We were just standing there just talking about, how life is just knocking people all around, and how things are not getting better for people, how people are struggling, and my heart just goes out to so many people. That's why I say some people have it worse off than me. Some people don't have a job at all. Some people don't know how they're going to pay this bill, that bill, from moment to moment. They don't know. So when I hear about that, when I know about that, when I think about that, I am grateful to God that I still have my job, that I'm still able to pay my bills, although it ain't enough money because of what has gone on, transpired. But I'm just believing in God. I'm still going to trust Him. I'm still going to believe in Him. I've asked God I just need a miracle. I said, because every time I look up, and my mother was like, I was telling her some different things that I was trying to do. She said, but you're just going to get yourself further into debt. I said, hey, I'm going to be in debt. I'm not really in debt. I'm, like you can borrow from your 401k and you have to pay it back. You're paying yourself back. You pay it back. And if I have to go and get another one, that's what I'm going to do. But like I said, I got something else pending that I'm waiting to hear about. And I just can't say nothing about it right at this moment. But I don't know how that's going to go. So I'm just, I'm just trying to figure everything out, But I did call yesterday about my car because I wanted to know if my car was going to be ready or if it was going to be another week. This thing gets on my nerves. As soon as you come just a little bit out the lane, it beeps. And the guy said they were waiting on one more part. He said it should come in today. He said, so we're working on your car now. He said we've pretty much got everything done, but we need something else. He said, so you might be able to pick it up tomorrow or the latest Friday. I said, okay. I said, all right. So he said, but everything, because they're a transmission shop. So because they're a transmission shop, that they specialize in transmissions. That's all they do. So that's why my ex was like, it ain't going to take you long. I talked to him last night. He was like, it's not going to take, well, I talked to him the other day and I talked to him last night. He was like, it's not going to take them long to get that done. He said, because they're a transmission shop and that's what they do. They do specifically, work on, transmissions. So I was like, yeah, I'm like, well, that's good to know. So just waiting. I gotta pay the other half of that. I told my mom I said I'm gonna be short. That's why I'm gonna go to my I don't know. Something. Just gotta figure it out, It's a lot to figure out, but I gotta figure it out. I wanted to go. I was trying to get my hair done tomorrow because it's kind of rough on the sides. I wanted to get an edge up. I wanted to get my hair done. I wanted to go get my nails and feet done for my Mother's Day gift. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that with everything that's going on. And that just depresses me. It depresses me when I can't do just basic stuff for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I was really, really starting to make some type of headway. And then this happened with the car. And then the gas bill. That's another thing. That's another thing. That's another thing. Shoot, I gotta hurry up. You feel like your head is going to explode. That's how I feel. I feel like my head is going to explode because it's so much and it's too much. They get right here down by the light and they act like they don't want to go. This light holds for just a second. Come on, turn already. Damn. They act like they don't know where they're going. Day of this madness. There was so much crap going on yesterday here at work. I was like, y'all getting on my nerves. going to punch in. I'll be right back. Oh, I stretch my legs. Hopefully my knee won't buckle. I feel like I don't have on enough clothes because it's so windy. Time is 5:49. My mama like, I can't believe you leave that early just so you can park. Yep. Just so I can park. Sure do. Just so I can park. Anyway. So, it's a little nippy. It's a little nippy. So yesterday, after I saw her, you know, I felt bad. And there's another young lady. It's so weird. I have another friend that she and her, they share a grandchild. And I didn't know that. That, you know, that they have a grandchild together. And she too lost her job. I tell you. And these jobs, I mean, oh, these jobs are something else. It's something else. The way they do people. And I told her, I said, I've been there. I know about that. I know all about them sending you something, telling you that your job been eliminated. That's some horrible shit. So I've been there. I know. Been there, done that one. I don't know how you feel about that. Been there, done that. So what did you all do yesterday? I saw some comments yesterday. I saw Meadows comment, Angel, Brenda. Somebody else left a comment. There's a few people that left comments. I'm almost down to the end of this. I'm glad I bought another one. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have no subject today. I just got on here really to say hi. just don't have no subject. What's up?
What's up, baby girl? You got your pants on right today?
Yeah.
I woke up this morning, I was going through my thing, I was like, this girl crazy.
I'm like, nobody said a damn thing.
Well,
Nobody.
You were sitting down, so
I know. When I went to the bathroom, I don't know why I didn't notice it yesterday. A couple times when I went to the bathroom, I peed all day yesterday. I went home last night. I said, these motherfuckers been on backwards all goddamn day.
People like they have the junk on you.
I know.
Yeah, that's.
And I guess because they were stretch pants, but you know how that little writing be in your pants,
Right,
that you know
right.
that's the back?
Right.
When I pulled them motherfuckers, I started writing, I said, I'd be goddamn all day.
And then, you know what, maybe nobody noticed.
Obviously not.
Because you got a jacket on, too.
Yeah, I had a jacket on.
Yeah.
Because it was obvious that they was all wrong. That's he my Facebook friend. That's my brother. I love that dude. He started after me, and he had been in the service for years. He got a job here because if you was in the service, you had top, they would give them first pick. So he came after me. So I trained him behind the garbage truck, which he didn't really need. No, he didn't really need that much training. But we worked on a route together a couple of times, and so we've been here the same amount of time. But I came in February. I think he started in April of the same year. So we both got hired over here. We were elated. But he is truly my brother. He looks out for me. But he my Facebook friend. So let me tell you what he's talking about. So I had my pants on backwards all day yesterday. I had on some gray stretch pants. Y'all saw me with them gray stretch pants on. And the little writing in the pants was at the front instead of the back. And when I went home yesterday, I didn't notice it at all when I was pulling my pants up yesterday to use the bathroom. You know, you use the bathroom all day long. I peed 1,000 times yesterday. Because I'm always got to go to the bathroom. Always. And I never noticed that I had them pants on backwards. Never. And it was clear when I turned around. I said, how is it that I put these on wrong? And how is it that nobody said your pants is on backwards? I guess because they were stretch pants. And I did have on the jacket yesterday. This jacket. And I had on another jacket. I'm like, I'll just be goddamn. So that's what he came over here to tease me about. I'm like, I can't believe I had these pants on wrong. Just can't believe that. Wrong. Walked around all day like that. Ain't nobody said nothing. I guess that nobody noticed because they couldn't tell because I had on stretch pants, like I said. Ain't that some shit? Fred. How you let me walk around all day yesterday with my pants on backwards and you ain't say nothing? Ain't that some bullshit? I know it till I got home last night. You don't look out for me, Fred. You ain't right. You ain't right. You need to be looking at my ass more and saying, Cece. I like messing with Fred. I work with his crew. And so he was down in the hole one day, right? And he was down there. He was like, Cece, hand me this, hand me that, hand me this, hand me that. You know, so I was handing him the tools. We was doing the job. And so then he was like, you think you want to get down here and then you can hold me the center tube? I was like, yeah, what? I said, say what now? He said, you could get down here. I said, listen here, partner. I said, listen here. I said, you see this back hole back here? I said, y'all gonna need to dig me out of that thing to go down. I said, you don't want me down in that hole. I said, you want to go home tonight to your girl, whoever you with? You want to be able to get it in? You don't want me down there in that hole. You don't want me down there. You don't want me down there. He was crying, laughing, just like he did now. He was doubled over. He was like, something is wrong with you. I said, no, something is wrong with you. But you asked me to get down in this goddamn hole. He said, I'll just go ahead, you hold the center tube. I said, you better call somebody else over here. Center tube, no tube, or tube, or whatever. I'm not getting down there. Fuck y'all. I said, don't ask me to do no bullshit like that. I said, because I promise you, you gonna be in the hospital, I'm gonna be in the hospital. It's gonna be a wrap. Oh, here come the little foreman. He flying up here. He trying to get that parking spot. This parking space. Oh, girl. They are so childish around here, child. They so childish. I ain't even nobody spoke first about no parking space. Not me. Man, it's 6 o'clock already. That time went by quick. I guess he come flying up here so he can get this space. I'm telling you, these people around here, they so silly. Everybody should be able, well, not everybody, but whoever comes, like, they should be able to get a spot because there's some open spots here and it's already 6 o'clock. So, let's see. It's going to be a really nice Sunday. So for Mother's Day. So I have a dress that I'm going to wear for Mother's Day. You remember that dress that I showed you all in that Fashion Nova haul? And I showed you all, it had a lot of colors in it. I finally finished paying off that little bill because I put it on Afterpay. I don't have no more of those, and I ain't gonna get no more of those until my finances get better. And let me tell y'all something else that really has irritated my whole goddamn soul. So you all know that company called Bags Aru or Bags Aru or whatever it's called. Y'all know I have shown many purses on my channel from them, right? So I had reached out to them because I had heard from the guy, the representative who I normally work with. I'm like, I wonder what's going on. Because he had asked me, he said for the holidays, I guess because they over in China. And they must have certain holidays that they celebrate, right? And so he was telling me that they was doing something and they was going through their inventory, something, right? I don't remember how it went. So he said it's going to be a while before I can reach out to you to ask you to do another video for us. So I said, okay. So just to stay in touch, you know, I reached out. So there's another person who I guess has taken over for him. And he said, I'm going to be the person that you're going to be working with. So I said, oh, okay. So he says, oh, how did he say it? He said, yeah, we do have some things that we would want you to show on your channel. I said, okay, cool. So he says, go to the website and pick out some things that you want to show on your channel. So I go to the website and I pick out a few purses. He told me I could do accessories, clothing and accessories. Well, I don't want to pick no clothing because it wasn't nothing on there that I saw. They hadn't the sizes that I wear. So I looked at some purses, some sunglasses, and some belts. So I sent him, because we talk on WhatsApp, which is like a texting app. You all know what WhatsApp is. It's been around for a while. So I go back on there and I say, okay, I found some stuff. And I said, what designers can I pick from? So he tells me what designers I can pick from. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I sent him a copy or a list of what I want to show. So I take a screenshot of it and I send it to him. And I said, can I show this? I sent him 5 things. He comes back with, those things are not anything that you can show for a promotional video. So that irritated me because I specifically asked. He told me what designers I can show. So now he's telling me that I can't show those. And I'm thinking to myself, why don't you tell me to go on there and pick something. I pick what I want to show. Then after I pick what I want to show, you want to tell me that I can't show it. And I'm going to tell y'all, that just really, really, really frustrated me. Not really, really frustrated me, but what I'm saying is, it takes time. You got to go on the website. You got to look. You got to pick this. You got to pick that or whatever. You be on there for a minute, And my thing is, tell him park right here. Where you going? Oh, here you go. I don't think dude coming. It's after 6 o'clock. that's even who I think it is. I think that's Marvin. Oh, yeah, that's Marvin. I thought that was my other friend. All of them got the same goddamn pickup trucks. They all look alike. So anyway, when you on the site, you know, you be on there, you know, you sifting through stuff, trying to make sure, you know, you picking the right thing, you know, for them to tell me that that's what I can't show that. So I sent him a text back and I sent him a text back. I said, why don't you choose what it is that you want me to show? You pick something. I said, because I don't know what to pick. You told me to go on the website and pick something. My point is that if there's certain things that cannot be shown for whatever reason, you need to send me. The other guy would send me a list. He would give me an idea. He would say, you can choose from this bag, that bag, blah, 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 right? He would send me like 20 purses. And out of them 20, he would tell me, pick a purse or two. So my thing is, don't tell me to go on there and pick something to show and then come back and say they're not, these are not the things that you can show. That don't make no fucking sense. I'm like, this was a waste of time. Because I sent him like 6 items. I was just like, you basically just wasted my time telling me this when you knew all along that I couldn't show this. Don't tell me to go on here and pick nothing. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's like false. That's giving a person false hope or false advertisement, telling a person, oh yeah, you can pick something. Well, no, you can't pick that though. Which is it? It pissed me off. I was like, I ain't got time for this. I'm telling you, working with these brands, they can really get on your nerve. They be wanting you to do too much. Give me a list of what I can and what I can't show. I'll choose from whatever it is that you send me. He said you can choose sunglasses, purses, belts, earrings. Okay. So I chose some really pretty sunglasses, 2 pair of them. I chose 3 purses. And I can't remember. It was something else I chose. Then he gonna tell me, no. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't choose them. Can't show those. Makes no sense. I told y'all how Christopher's best friend, one of his best friend's mother, is taking him to Las Vegas for a surprise birthday trip, and she wanted Chris and I to go. It's in June. No, I'm sorry. It's in August. And I told her, I said, girl, I said, I would love to do that. I would love for Chris and I to come and go with you, come to Vegas with you all. I said, but I can't do it. She was like, oh, I understand. And then my mother's like, tell me she would pay for Christopher to go. Pay for him to go, right? And she was like, well, what's she paying for? I said, Mama, she ain't paying for nothing. She can't take herself and her son and Chris. I said, she can't do that. And she was like, well, what's the incentive? I said, the incentive is that he just going along with him. I said, but she didn't say she was paying for Chris. That ain't what she said. She sent me flight information, where they staying at the hotel, all of that. She was trying to give me, trying to tell me to book it now. I said, no. She was like, oh. I was like, yeah. If I had vacation time and the money, I would go. But I have neither. We got this cruise in October, and I owe $848 on the cruise. Then I got to turn around and I got to do the airfare for him and I. And I'm going to put that on Uplift Vacation and just pay it off. I just paid the one off for last year for Punta Cana. Now I got to turn around and pay this one off. When I upload this, I got to pay for his airfare and mine to New Orleans, round trip. And I know y'all gonna say, bitch, you was too bougie. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. When I went to Punta Cana, I went first class coming back. On the way there, I was in the middle seat. It was to fly from here to Punta Cana was a 4-hour, almost 5-hour flight. I was uncomfortable the whole trip. I flew first class coming back. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to say it one more again. Oh my God. If you have never flown first class, please treat yourself for once in a lifetime, maybe one time, go first class. After I flew first class, I could never fly regular anymore. I can't. The seats were wider. The leg room is 2 seats. Okay, it's 2 seats. The food you get. Now, going to New Orleans, from here to New Orleans, is a 2-hour flight. I don't know if I'll do first class for that. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. But, I'm just telling you. First class is the way to go. Especially if you doing a long flight. Maybe if you're doing a shorter flight, I'm not saying necessarily do first class. You ain't gonna be on there but a minute. But if you doing a long flight, to like, if you going to, an international flight, if you going overseas, or, I'm telling you, it's the best thing to do. It's the best thing to do. My girlfriend, she's taking the train down for this cruise because it's gonna be a lot of us on this cruise. It's my CVS alumni cruise trip, CVS alumni trip, and she gonna take the train. She's going to take the train down to New Orleans, and she's going to fly back. Because first they was talking about driving. And they was like, don't you? I said, absolutely not. No. I don't want to do that. No. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. And Chris, see, my sister's husband was supposed to go on the cruise with us. But he, at the last minute, decided he didn't want to go. So now my mama going. So it's going to be myself, my mama, Chris, and my sister. We all flying to New Orleans. We're going a day earlier. We're flying into New Orleans. And then we get on the trip is short. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We fly back Monday. So it's short. So Chris and I got a balcony. Chris and I are going to be in the room together, and my mama and my sister, they gonna be in, they got a balcony room. Now this trip next year, they going to Italy. They're going to Greece. They're going to Greece. That one, I doubt that I'll be able to do that one, because Chris is graduating next year from high school, and he's got prom and graduation. And I just don't see myself being able to do that unless something happen. But I put too much over there. I definitely want to go to Greece. I would love to do that one. But with him graduating from high school, I was gonna take him, and that was gonna be like his graduation present, because I know he would want to go. But it's very expensive. It's like it would be $4,000 for both of us, and then you got to do the airfare. So you're talking about airfare. So you're talking about it's a 7-day cruise. So it's in June. And so for both of us, it would be $4,000. And then airfare would be like $2,000 for both of us. I can't do it. Unless something happened. And I don't know what that something would be. I don't know. So anyway, you all, I'm going to let you all go. I will be back on here tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Finally got to Friday. I don't know about y'all, but to me, I feel like the week flew by. I don't know if y'all feel the same. I feel like it flew by. So I'm glad that my car will be more than likely ready by Saturday. I'm glad about that. And I get my car out the shop. And my mom talking about, don't get attached to my car. I said, too late. But she'll be able to get her car back. I'll get my car back. I'm very curious to how this car is going to run. Because my ex-boyfriend last night said, you know you're getting a brand new car, right? You're getting a new car. He said, you already got the motor, the engine, now the trans. He said, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm almost scared to drive the car because I feel like the car got like a hoax on it. I'm like, what else, you know, and I'm not putting this out in the universe, but I'm like, okay, I've done all of this, went through all of this, all of this, all of this. I'm like, Lord, please don't let nobody hit me. You know what I'm saying? And the car become total or something else with the car. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just an omen on this car. But I don't want to speak negatively. I don't want to speak negatively. I don't want to speak negative. I want to speak positive energy. I'm gonna pray over that car. I'm gonna ask God to bless that car. That car continues to run and that I am safe in that car. Oh my God. To know that, you know, it hasn't even been a year since I had the transmission put in, the engine put in, and now I'm doing a transmission. It's just like, my God. Lord, please, I don't need nothing else. Like I said, I know people who drive Toyotas for years and never have to replace the engine. That's why I believe I got 11. I really do. I believe I got 11. I got a new one. I just got an email that I got a new OnlyFans person. I don't know how that happened. I ain't been in the mood to do that at all. So every time I get on there and do a video, here come the dick pics. Here comes something. Anywho, you all, I'm gonna let you all go. You all enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back on here tomorrow. It's Friday tomorrow. Thank you, Jesus. Thank God. Thank God. He lay still laughing. But you gotta laugh to keep from crying, as they say. Anyway, y'all have a great rest of your day. Like I said, we'll chat tomorrow. And I really need to wash this hat. I got like makeup through here. I don't know how to wash it though. I have several ponytail hats like this. They don't fit like this one. I was trying to purchase this again. Trying to buy me a new one, right? I bought it from Target. I bought this one from Target. I bought this one from Target for Black History Month, when they were doing the Black History Month. And this is the only one that, I don't even know what it say on here. This is the only one that I could find. Oh, melanin. I can't find this nowhere else. Made in China. Everything is made in China. But it don't have a designer in here. Hand wash cold. I'm gonna try to get this out of this hat. Oh no. Anyway, I ain't been able to find it. I don't know the designer that made the hat, so I don't know. I'm gonna try to find it though. But anywho, I'm gonna let you all go. You all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, peace and blessings.